Hi, welcome to Bookie. Today we will unlock the book Grit, the Power of Passion and Perseverance. The book Grit is a magnum opus on the science of success. Based on concrete research evidence, this book proposes an insightful theory that success has nothing to do with talent, but what's really important for success is grit. When the author of this book, Angela Duckworth, grew up, she was used to the laments, "You're no genius," most of which came from her father. Duckworth's father firmly believed that talent decided how successful a person would be, and he never stopped complaining that his children lacked talent. Yet Duckworth proved her father's attitude wrong. She became a renowned psychologist at the University of Pennsylvania and a TED talker. She also won the 2013 MacArthur Fellowship, a highly prestigious prize. You cannot apply for it or ask somebody to nominate you. The MacArthur Fellows are selected by a secret committee based on the significance and the creativity of your work. This prize is also known as the Genius Grant and awarded to citizens and residents of the United States. Isn't it interesting? A girl told by her father "you are not a genius" eventually won an award in recognition of her genius. This means that talent is not the only or most important premise for success. Indeed, Duckworth believes that the key to success is grit rather than talent. Grit is the combination of passion and perseverance, both of which are critical for success. Passion keeps us on the right track to realize our goal, while perseverance helps us overcome the hardships and difficulties and carry on. The combination of passion and perseverance pushes us to stick with our commitment, which is ultimately the secret of success. Now let's walk through the book Grit. We hope it can shed some light on how to be successful. Part 1: Grit, the combination of passion and perseverance. Part 2: Why is perseverance important? Part 3: Why is passion important? Now let's start the first part of this bookie. What is grit and why is it more important than talent? To answer these questions, we need to start with Duckworth's collaboration with the United States Military Academy at West Point. In this project, she found out that every person that had been recruited was extraordinarily talented, but talent alone could not get them through the demanding training programs, only grit can. Before the collaboration with Duckworth, there had a mystery at West Point. For a long time, West Point selected their cadets based on a system named the Whole Candidate Score. It was a weighted average of SAT or ACT scores, high school rank, expert appraisals of leadership potential and physical fitness. It considered the applicants' talents in intelligence, leadership and physical conditions in a holistic way. West Point used it to select 1,200 cadets from 14,000 applicants every year, which made it a very rigorous admission standard. But what made the Army scratching their heads was that such a thorough talent measurement did not predict who would make it through the grueling training program at West Point. Most dropouts at West Point happened during a ferocious training program named Beast Barracks. And West Point was surprised to discover that there was no relation at all between the Whole Candidate Score and the dropouts in the Beast Barracks. Cadets with the top scores were as likely to drop out as those with the lowest scores. In other words, it seemed that it was not talent that allowed the cadets to make it through the Beast Barracks. That's why West Point asked Duckworth to look into the matter. They wanted her to determine what separated the wheat from the chaff. Duckworth accepted the challenge. As an experienced psychologist, she believed grit might be the solution of the puzzle and defined it as the combination of passion and perseverance. She subsequently devised the so-called grit scale to validate her hypothesis. The grit scale consisted of 2 tests, one for passion and the other one for perseverance. Each test had 5 questions. The questions for the perseverance test could be something like "I finish whatever I begin," while the questions for the passion test asked, for example, whether your interests change from year to year. Cadets scored each question from 1 to 5 based on how they matched the description. Their scores were then averaged to obtain the passion and the perseverance scores, which were then used to calculate the overall grit score. In practice, Duckworth